So last week I spoke on why the partnership between Tommy and Diamond was going to work out, which if you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out after watching this one. I figured since I was so hard on Tommy and Diamond that I'll go ahead and talk about another partnership in Power Force that is Jenard and Shanti. A partnership that is just covered in deceit. A real power couple, if you feel what I'm saying. Seen the humble beginnings of this relationship in season 2 where Shanti was by Jenard's side throughout the whole season, constantly manifesting that he'd be at the top of CBI one day, that she'd be at his side to watch him do that. Even when things was going extremely left for Jenard, if you know, you know. Even after all that, even after bro robbed her, she still decided to stay by his side. And so far, it seems like it's worked out for both of them, if we're being honest. Though Jenard's not at the top of CBI just yet, but they're in perfect position to do so. Tommy seemingly trusts them enough to believe that Shanti has his back in the shootout in the first episode of the season. He also trusted Jenard enough to scope out the location of the Marquez cartel after he and Maria almost got shot up in that last episode. On top of Jenard being Diamond's brother, who is currently the head of CBI. And then the connection they made with Miguel in the last season, they have some strong connections right now. And if they play their cards right, could put them at the top of CBI by the end of this season. But that's not what I foresee happening. At the end of this season, I see Shanti getting clipped, and it will be by her lover Jenard's hands. I don't know how it's gonna happen yet. We're only 2 episodes into the season, but I know for a fact it will happen, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Long intro aside though, if you like anything I say all in this video, you already know what you gotta do. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things. Let's talk about why at some point in this season, Jenard is gonna have to slime out his shorty Shanti Showstopper. Now from Shanti's introduction, she's always supported Jenard in being the head of CBI one day. Even when he didn't see it for himself, she's seen it for him. She's been manifesting it for him since her introduction. And it's not just out of thin air either. These two go back from before we even started this series. Despite seeing Jenard at his very lowest, she still believes that he can make that happen. The problem with Shanti though is that she's willing to do any and everything to make it happen. Play to take out Tommy is not bad. Working with Miguel is not bad when it comes to taking out Tommy, because ultimately he is the piece in the way from keeping Jenard from at least ascending to get close to being at the top of CBI. Or at least stand beside Diamond at the head of CBI. We already know from season 1, Jenard was running CBI for 15 years while Diamond was in jail. Of course, when Diamond came back, he had Tommy at his side. On top of everything Jenard was not doing for the organization, they proceeded to take over it once again. Jenard throughout season 2 was spiraling. He was crashing out. But thankfully, by the grace of God, Tommy and Diamond seen it in themselves to bring this man back into the organization. And I think a lot of that had to do with Shanti, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't gone back and watched season 2, but I'm pretty sure she played a part in Jenard getting back into CBI. But as soon as Jenard got back into CBI, even before he got back into CBI, Shanti could not stand Tommy. And neither could Jenard. Low-key, that brought them closer together than anything else could have. Seeing Tommy walk in and automatically be the head of CBI like he's the main character, it's no wonder why they would want to take him out. And like I said, that's a good thing. But Shanti's pushing it. She not only wants to take out Tommy, but she also wants to take out Diamond. And that is why Jenard is going to have to be the one to put a bullet in her by the end of this season. As far as Diamond knows, Jenard just wants Tommy up out the way because he feels like it's crazy that this white boy just walked into this organization and started calling the shots out of nowhere. When Jenard was running this organization for 15 years straight, to a point where it was still active when Diamond got out of jail. And Jenard is definitely within his right to feel this way because of what he did for the organization while Diamond was locked up. Because what Tommy has done so far has been for his own self-interest, if we're being honest. CBI is really just the organization that Tommy is using to further his means of taking control of Chicago. He does not care about the organization the same way Diamond and Jenard do. So when Jenard is talking to Diamond about taking Tommy off the board, yeah, he don't mess with Tommy, but he also cares about CBI to a point where he doesn't want to see it being ran by somebody who's an outsider. That's all Diamond knows though. He doesn't know that Shanti and Jenard are planning to take him up out the way the same with Tommy. Now, if looking at Jenard and Shanti's dynamic, we could definitely relate it to Diamond and Tommy. Shanti being Tommy in this situation and Jenard being his brother. What I mean by that is Shanti is definitely getting in over her head, believing that Jenard is in any way going to be okay with taking out his brother anytime soon. Yes, they had their beefs in season 2, and yes, because of that, he might have said at some spur of the moment situation that he'd be cool with taking out Diamond. That does not mean that he's going to follow through and be okay with that when the time comes. And Shanti should damn well know that, especially if they came up with each other when they were younger. Jenard loves his brother. There's no situation at all in this series where I see him taking a gun and putting a bullet in his head. And so because of that, Shanti gotta go. Simple. For the same reason I feel like Tommy and Diamond's partnership is not going to work out is the same way I see Jenard and Shanti going nowhere in the future. It's not about getting to the top. It's about how you get to the top. And Jenard is not willing to do any and everything to get there. He's not willing to take out his brother to do that. But despite Shanti being as clever as she is, as resourceful as she's been, and as loving as she's been to Jenard, genuinely loving this man, picking him up when he was his lowest, believing that he can genuinely be the top of CBI, it's going to be a hard kill for Jenard, no doubt. He has to be the one to do it because he's the only one outside of Shanti who knows to play against Diamond's light. It's probably going to be a scene this season where Jenard, Shanti, and Diamond are in the same room. Similarly to how Ghost, Kanan, and Jukebox were in that scene in OG Power when Tariq was dead to rights. They go catch Diamond lacking, and the choice is going to be there for Jenard to stand with Shanti or stand with his brother. Ultimately, I believe Jenard will choose to stand with Diamond. Another reason for this is I just don't really see a future for Shanti's character post Power Force. I don't see her coming with us into Legacy like I see Jenard. Unless Jenard get back on that stuff, God forbid. A lot of things can really change between this episode and the finale of this season. But right now, I'm standing on it. Jenard is going to take out Shanti by the end of this season. He'll be standing with his brother at the top of CBI, and they're likely going to be trying to take out Tommy if bro keeps overstepping like this. Keep in mind, we still have not seen Demon Diamond this season just yet. We know he's going to tap into that at some point. And also, even if Jenard were to take out Shanti, the connection with Miguel is still there. We've seen Jenard meet with Miguel so many times last season. He doesn't have to know he's working with Diamond. They can still get together, try to take out Tommy. And Miguel's not going to believe anything that Tommy tells him because they are not aligned in any kind of way. That's just how I feel Shanti and Jenard's relationship is going to end out. But y'all let me know what y'all think. You think Jenard is riding with Shanti till the wheels fall off, or will he wake up and realize he's not willing to take out his brother like she says he is every other episode? Let me know in the comments. I'll be your host, Chase Hall. We'll be entertained, and we go talk soon. Peace, y'all.